This is Kimberlysa Mings, author of Small Island Romance, and today I will be doing an unboxing. Are we supposed to say what we're doing, or is it just like you just do it? Anyway, here I am. I'm going to be opening this shipment of books that are slated, well, most of them are slated for the local bookstore, Best of Books. And it's been a long time. I feel bad because during Christmas or leading up to Christmas last year, I was just like, I should check in, but I was like, nah, they won't need anything from me. They probably still have books from before. And boy, was I wrong. I should have checked in. I should have been like, hey, do you need any books? And can you imagine, 6 months later, that's when I got my books. I guess it's just imposter syndrome, where you just don't believe that people who are like buying my books or like thing, but hey, it seems as though my books seem to be popular and people enjoy them. So I'm going to work extra hard to ensure that Best of Books has my books. Because that was like part of the reason that I'm writing, is just for like local authors, local people who write can see that it's possible, and that you can write the kind of books you want to read, and that there is a market for it. So to be honest, I'm a little nervous because the last shipment, one of the books were not printed well. So fingers crossed. So what do we have in this shipment? I think I opened this upside down because the books are upside down. Anyway, so we have His Last Wish. Here we go. I would say it's like a women's fiction, romantic women's fiction, and it is like one of my favorites because it's like in the middle in terms of size. Then we have Into the Black Widow's Web, which is a detective mystery set 50 years into the future, and this is the first time we are introduced to the island of Redundant. You see, I wanted it to be an island that was like my own island, Antigua, but not Antigua. So there are similarities, but it's not Antigua, it's Redundant. And if anyone knows, Redundant is actually one of our nation, part of our island nation, which people know it as Antigua and Barbuda, but it's actually Antigua, Barbuda, and Redundant. But Redundant is this rock, and before it was populated by goats and rats, but I think they had evacuated the goats because I think it was like overrun by rats. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I think I remember from it. So here we go. This is our first introduction to Redundant. And this book was set 50 years into the future. The next book is Made for More, which is the last book in the Sapadillo Resort and Spa series, whereas His Last Wish is the second book. They are all standalone, but they're interconnected through the brothers and a cousin. And then we have the first book in the series, which is The Pleasure Is Mine. Actually, this book was a secondary idea. I had this really interesting idea for a book that was set around a resort, but then this other idea came in, and I was like, okay, let me put that book aside because I don't think the local market would have embraced it as much as a wider market. And even like where I say a wide market, not only just Black readers, but overall, I think a wider market would have appreciated it, not so much a Black readership or a local readership. So I went with The Pleasure's Mine, and it was fun writing it. Yeah. And then we have Kinky Caribbean. This is actually book 2. There is the book 1, and this is 2 collections of short stories. The short stories are available individually in ebook format, but the physical books, they have 6 of those stories in each my first order for this 2-book series came out of Japan. How cool is that? I love it. Let's see. Oh, and then we have the Bacchanal Suite, which is actually a supplement to the Pleasure's Mind. In the Pleasure's Mind, there is a the mass troupe that the main character plays in has these ultra exclusive bacchanals, pre-carnival parties, and I thought it would be cool to write stories around that. So that's where the Bacchanal Suite comes in, and actually this book has the Bacchanal Suite and the Bacchanal Tunnel, and those two individual anthologies collections are available as ebooks, whereas the print book has all 6 stories. And then next we have my collection of poems. Yeah, She Wanted Love poem. Before I was a author of romance and longer form fiction, I was a poet. I am a poet. I was a poet. Anyway, so I've been writing poetry since I was about 13, and I had, through blogging, I had started to pull all my poems together, and then I discovered self-publishing, and I decided, okay, you know what? Let me put together a collection of books, of poems, and I decided to go on the topic of love, and so we have She Wanted a Love poem. So I had gotten myself a spreadsheet, went through my poems, and selected a few, and these can be found in this book. And it's available in ebook and print book, but I don't know, I feel as though for poetry, it's print book. That's the way to go, because there's something about just leafing through it and just settling on a poem. And it seems that people like the collection of poems, so that's what we have here. Now, my ambition, I think that's, and then we have like a whole bunch of them. My ambition is to have these books available across the region. There's a few bookstores that I've seen, and I'm going to try and approach to carry these books. But this is a labor of love. This is what I do. And in part, as I said before, I want people to realize that we have our stories. We don't have to just be consuming stories from outside the region. We can create our own stories and we can put them out there. And there are people who will be interested in reading them. So here we are. This is, most of these are going to Best of Books. I appreciate them for carrying my books. That there's something about going to a bookstore and seeing your books there. And I don't know how much I can say thank you to Barbara and Barbara at Best of Books. You know who you are. And go in because they're in a new location. And check them out. It's nice, it's cozy, it's different from the past location. And I hope you can go out and support them. I know I will. There's some books there that I plan to pick up when I drum up these. So thank you for taking part in this unboxing. And I guess I'll see you another time. All right, thank you.